Rush, 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 round go the groggers, rush, 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 when they say Haman. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Zmirot V'Rikudim. Havana Risha, rush, 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 Havana Risha, rush, 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 Havana Risha, rush, 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 Bara Ashani. Purim day, Jewish holiday. We make noise with our toys, sing and dance and play. Havana Risha, spray, spray, spray. Havana Risha, spray, spray, spray. Havana Risha, play, play, play. Bara Ashani. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Zmirot Rikudim. Havana Risha, rush, 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 Havana Risha, rush, 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 Havana Risha, rush, 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 Bara Shanim. One more time. Havana Risha, rush, 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 Havana Risha, rush, 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 Havana Risha, rush, 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 Bara Shanim. And now we'll sing Ani Purim. I am Purim. I don't know about you, but I feel like Purim. Ani Purim, Sameach U'Mvadeach, Halo rak pa'am ba'shana avo lehitareach. Lai 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 ya la lai 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 ya la lai 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 lai. Ani Purim sameach u'mvadeach, halo rak pa'am b'shana avo lehitareach. Lai 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 upchi, hai lai lai upchi. Hi, lie, 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 lie. One more time. Ani Purim, Sameach U'Mvadeach, Halo rak pa'am ba'ashana avo lehitareach. Lai, 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 ya la lai, hi, lai, lai, achi. I lie, lie, ya la lie, 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 lie.
Chag Purim Sameach, everyone, welcome. I'm excited to see all of your costumes. I've been scrolling through. I love those of you who've gotten dressed up to be part of our celebration tonight. We're going to have a great time celebrating Purim. This is a holiday of joy, and it's time to put any other things going on for you in the background so we can just have fun and have a joyous evening together celebrating Purim. And we're going to enjoy some clips of a spiel that Chazan Stein, or as we're now calling him, Chazan Lysol Larry, has put together for us. We're going to have some actors and actresses from within our community performing some dialogue of the Megillah, and of course you'll hear our Megillah read as well. So the first thing you need to know is how to boo when Haman's name is mentioned. So you may have noticed, for most of you in this Zoom, that you actually can't unmute yourself. That's because we're afraid things were going to get just a little too raucous. But we're going to give you a couple of opportunities to really boo Haman. So Ben, in a second, Ben Vorspan is going to unmute everyone so we can do a practice. So pretend I'm reading Megillah or I'm talking and I say, Haman. Ben, unmute everyone. All right. We've muted everyone again now. So that's what you'll do. That's gonna happen the first time you hear Haman's name and the last time you hear Haman's name. All the other times, we want you instead, hopefully you've cut out those boo and yay cards that you got in your Mishloach Manot. And we want you to hold up those boo cards and hold up those yay cards. And we have some volunteer booers who are with us tonight who are going to keep the raucous booing energy going even when everybody else is muted. So with that, Hazan Mimi is going to lead us in the 3 blessings that we'll recite before we start reading the Megillah. And you'll find those on your screen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mikra megillah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Sha'asa lisim la'avotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyemanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Thank you, Hazan Mimi. So we are going to start now with Megillah reading, and Hannah Hochberg is going to kick us off reading chapter 1.
Vayehi bimei Achashverosh hu Achashverosh hamelech mehudu ve'akush sheva ve'esrim umea medina bayamim hahem keshevet hamelech Achashverosh al kisei malchuto asher beshushan habira bishnat shalosh lemalcho asamishte lechosarav ve'ahavdav chel paras umadai hapartemim Vesarei hamedinot lefanav beharoto et osher kevo malchuto ve'et yekar tiferet gedulato yamim rabim shmonim umeat yom.
A long time ago, in Persia, in a city called Shushan, there lived a king by the name of Ahasuerus. The king had a wife named Vashti. One night, King Ahasuerus had a party at the palace.
Queen Vashti, come here and dance for all of my guests.
Absolutely not. I take orders from no one, even you.
You're going to defy my orders? Now I'm angry. How dare you ignore the wishes of the king? You are banished from my court.
And so Vashti was swept from the room with a swish of her dress. Over the next few weeks, King Ahasuerus became very lonely.
I don't want to admit this, but I do miss the queen. Haman? My trusted advisor. I'd like to find a new wife. Let's hold a beauty pageant, and I will choose my bride from among the contestants.
Word about the pageant spread throughout the land, and it came to the attention of a man named Mordecai, who had a beautiful cousin named Hadassah. When Mordecai heard about the pageant, he had a brilliant idea.
We are going to see some clips from the Purim spiel that's been pre-recorded and worked on so hard. Ben Vorspan, are we able to share some of those?
Well, esteemed guests, thank you for joining this banquet. I have thrown in order to honor all of Persia, even those joining us from their living rooms.
This was a formal affair, right?
You couldn't pay me enough to wear something other than pajama bottoms.
Speaking of beautifully dressed,
In front of all these strangers?
Vashti, don't embarrass me in front of my guests.
I'm not wearing anything but my crown.
So?
Oh no! It says my camera's not working. I think my Wi-Fi's cutting out.
Your Majesty, if Vashti can't turn on her camera, she can't be your queen. We should banish her from the meeting.
Good idea, Haman. That's why I made you co-host. Vashti, you are banished.
What's that? You're muted.
Oops, I'm muted again. You played with my mic. I've gone silent again.
That's enough of that. We don't have time for a full-blown musical this year.
Oh, man! Oh, man.
Quick, we need a new queen. Haman?
Anyone out there on the live stream want to be queen? Make sure you log on to the meeting. The password is IHATEJEWS.
All right, we are now going to hear the second chapter of the Megillah read by Lily Davis.
Ish Yehudi Haya Beshushan Habira Ushmo Mordechai Ben Yahir Ben Shimi Ben Kish Ish Yemini Asher Hagla Mirushalayim im Hagola Asher Haglita im Yahan Yachmah Yahuda Asher Hegla Nebuchadnezzar Melech Babel Vayechi Omein et Hadassah Ki Esther bat Dodo ki ein la ava aim v'chana rach yafat toar v'tovat mareh umot avicha ve'ima lekacha Mordechai lo levat.
Hadassah, you should enter the beauty pageant. Change your name to Esther. Perhaps you could win the eye of the king. After all, it couldn't hurt to have a friend in the palace. You never know.
And so it came to pass, Esther did indeed win the beauty pageant and became queen. One day, when Mordecai went to the palace to visit her, he overheard two guards at the palace gate plotting to kill the king. He hurried to the palace and told Esther.
Ahasuerus, my husband and king, I must tell you that there are 2 guards plotting to kill you. My cousin Mordecai overheard them and told me.
Wow, your cousin saved my life. Because of his loyalty, this heroic act must be written in the royal records.
Dasa, the king has sent out a royal decree. All eligible young women must join his Zoom in 5 minutes.
Should I just tell them I'm with Spectrum and there's a possible internet outage scheduled?
They'll never believe that. Just join under a different name, Esther.
All right, I'm logging on now. Are you sure that's the password? That doesn't bode well for us.
Just don't tell the king you're a Jew.
Welcome to my royal Zoom.
Huh. You look at this. You would think they've never seen March 2020. It's like they've never even used Zoom before.
Of course I know how to Zoom. I even have a virtual background.
Look, I learned how to use the virtual background last year.
Ladies, ladies, you can't talk over each other on Zoom. It cuts you out.
All right. I'm going to take roles, starting with who appears first on my screen.
Oh, I got full screen.
Wow, you're beautiful. And your setup is better than average.
Wait, let me share the computer sound.
Will you marry me, Esther?
Yes.
Wow, that wasn't
This
rigged.
seems like it was rigged.
Yeah.
Come on, I got my virtual crown and everything.
Meet Esther, your new queen.
Your Majesty, go make it Facebook official.
I'll post it on TikTok.
From Mordecai. Can you pop into this breakout room? I think you'll want to see this. And bring the king. Oh, excuse me one moment. Your Majesty, Mordecai says we should jump into this breakout room.
How?
Click the button that says join room.
So, we're gonna kill the king!
Yeah, we're gonna murder the king!
Yeah, murder!
Yeah, murder the king! Good thing we're on mute.
Yeah, otherwise there's no telling who might come into this breakout room and expose us.
Oh.
Aha!
Thanks to Mordecai, your plan has been foiled. I will never forget this, Mordecai.
Liel Temkin is going to continue the 2nd chapter of Megillah.
בימים ההם ומרדכי יושב בשער המלך קצף בגתן ותרש שני סריסי המלך משומרי הסף ויבקשו לשלוח יד במלך אחשוורוש ויבדר הדבר למרדכי ויגד לאסתר המלכה ותאמר אסתר למלך בשם מרדכי ויבוקש הדבר וימצא ויתעלו שניהם על עץ וייכתב בספר דברי הימים לפני המלך.
Sometime after these things had happened, the king promoted Haman. I thought Haman was more hated than that. Above all his other advisors. When the people in Shushan bowed down to him because they feared for their lives, Mordecai refused. You see, Mordecai was Jewish. And Jews do not know how to bow down to anyone but God. Let's try this again. because Haman it's a little bit better, but
I have an idea. Let's cast lots in order to decide the day we will get rid of the Jews.
So, Purim were cast, and the 13th of Adar was the day that was chosen.
Hey, King Ahasuerus, there is a group of people who do not obey your laws. If it pleases the king, let there be an edict issued for their destruction.
I agree. We must issue this edict and distribute it throughout the kingdom.
We will now hear the third chapter of Megillah. Josh Feder and Rachel Rosenberg will both be reading.
Vayomer Haman. LaMelech Ahashverosh Yeshno Am Ehad Mefuzar Umforad Ben Ha'amim Behol Medinot Malahuteha Vedatehem Shonot Mikolam Ve'edate HaMelech Ein Lam Otim Ve'lamelech Ein Shover Lehani Ham Im Al HaMelech Tov Yekatev Le'abda'am Va'aseret Alavim Kikar Kesef Eshkol Al Yadei Otzeam Lahavim El Ginzei HaMelech
Vayaser HaMelech Et Habato Me'al Yado Vayitna Lehaman Ben Hamdata Hagagi Sorer HaYehudim Vayomer HaMelech Lehaman HaKesef Natun Lach V'ha'am Lasot Bo Ketov Beinecha.
We are going to play a little bit of Mad Libs now. So all of you can write in the chat. If you don't know how, go to the bottom of your screen and you'll see the button that says chat. We are looking for a noun, a verb, and an emotion. So send those things. You can send them either just to me or to everyone. Right now, we're going to pick a noun, a verb, and an emotion that are going to be part of this next. All right, we're getting lots of good suggestions here. I love it. We're looking for an emotion now. Okay, we got it all. Meanwhile, when Mordecai and all the Jews of Persia read the lizard, they were very scared. They refused to annoy and cried all day long, oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. The 13th of Adar was approaching. Mordecai told Esther she should tell the king that if the Jewish people were to be destroyed, she would be included. Esther was very elated to approach the king because she remembered what had happened to Queen Vashti.
What's this? I have a notification. It says I'm being invited to a scheduled Zoom.
Me too. Well, let's see what all the fuss is about.
Hear ye, hear ye. Wait, hey, Mordecai, do you have no respect? You need to bow to me and stay muted while I'm speaking.
I mute for no one but Hashem.
Well, that's just as well, because I have convinced King Ahasuerus to sign this proclamation, banishing all Jews from ever using Zoom.
But we're in a pandemic, the Shoshana virus. How's the religious school going to teach kids the alphabet?
Oh, and that's not even the best part. Also, we're going to kill you.
You can't!
Oh,
Oops, my Grubhub just arrived. Gotta go.
What are we going to do?
I'm sending the meeting link to Queen Esther.
Uncle Mordecai, what's wrong?
Haman plans to kill the Jews.
Oh, no.
You must share your story.
But the host disabled participant screen share.
You must appeal to the king then.
Tell everyone to fast and pray for me. I will appear before the king and ask to share my screen.
That's all right. They're out of toilet paper at my supermarket, so I wasn't planning on eating this week.
yeah, I'm sick of canned goods.
All right. The 4th chapter of Megillah will be read by Nathan Garrett and Hannah Cooper.
Vayomer Mordechai lahashiv el Esther, o tedami v'nafshech, lehimalet beit hamelech mikol haYehudim, ki im chacharesh taharishi, va'et hazot revach v'hatzalah, ya'amod laYehudim mimakom acher, Ve'at uveit avich tovedu umi yodea imat kazot igat lamalchut vatomer Esther lashiv el Mordechai
Kenos et kol haYehudim Hanim se'im b'shusha v'tzumo alai ve'al techelu ve'al tishtu sheloshet yamim laila vayom gam ani v'na'arotai atzum ken u'chen Avot el hamelech asher lechada v'chasher avati vaya avor Mordechai vaya nas kechol asher tzivta alav Esther.
Swallowing her fear, Esther entered the king's chamber.
Oh, king, I came to invite you to a special feast that I have prepared for you and Haman.
Anything you wish, anything you desire, even half my kingdom is yours.
The feast was a smashing success. King Ahasuerus again offered Queen Esther anything she desired.
How about another feast tomorrow? And be sure to bring Haman.
The king ordered it so. The next morning, let's hear it this time, Haman! He passed by the palace gate a little late there, and Mordecai did not bow down again to Haman. Haman became very angry. He complained to his family and friends.
This is ridiculous. I am a man honored by the king, even invited to another feast by the queen for this very evening. Yet all I can think about is Mordecai, Mordecai, Mordecai the Jew, who will not bow down to me. We should build tall gallows to hang Mordecai.
Has this concluded our palace business? I would like to take a nap.
Your Majesty, the Queen is in the waiting room.
She's what?
Does she not know that to enter the king's waiting room unsummoned is to be put to death? Your Majesty, she is just another Vashti.
Admit her.
What?
I said admit her. My queen, why have you appeared? Is there anything you desire? It shall be given to you, up to half my host powers.
Your Majesty, I have come to ask you to a Zoom banquet.
For that, you risk banishment?
And Haman too.
Oh, goody. I want to go.
Well, it shall be so.
We are going to hear the next chapter of Megillah now. Maddie Saltz will be reading chapter 6.
Vayetze Haman. Bayom hahu sameach betov lev vesirot Haman et Mordechai Beshar HaMelech Velo kam velo zam imenu Vayimale Haman Al Mordechai Chema Vayikapal Haman Vayavo El Beito Vayishlach Vayave et Ohavav Vet Zeresh Ishto Vayisaper Lahem Haman Vod Ashro Verov Banav Ve'et Kol Asher Gidlo HaMelech Ve'et Asher Niso Al Hasarim Ve'avdei HaMelech.
That night, after the first feast, the king could not sleep. So he decided to look through the old record books instead of counting the sheep. When reading, he found the story of how Mordecai had saved him from being killed.
What has been done to honor this man?
His advisors told him that nothing had been done. At the very moment, same moment, Haman arriving to inform the king of his plans to hang Mordecai.
Haman? I want to reward a very loyal subject. How should I do it?
Wicked advisor thought that the king was talking about him. So he suggested a lavish reward of gold and diamonds and the honor of riding the king's favorite horse through the streets of the city.
Perfect! Mordecai will be rewarded exactly that way.
What? How could it be that this man who refuses to bow down to me would now be honored throughout Shushan.
And then, to make matters worse, King Ahasuerus ordered Haman himself to lead Mordecai through the center of the city, riding the king's favorite horse.
Ahasuerus is asking for a suggestion. What should be done for the man the king wishes to honor?
Give him a fancy car. Go, grease lightning, you're burning up the quarter mile.
Grease lightning, go, grease lightning.
What did I say about musical numbers?
تنها جمله فارسی برنامه است.
Oh, good. There's the obligatory Farsi line.
You should parade him around on a horse because I know it's definitely not me. 100% not me.
Great idea, Haman. Go do all those things. For Mordecai.
Our next chapter of Megillah, chapter 7, will be read by Ilana Manis.
ויאמר המלך אחשורוש, ויאמר לאסתר המלכה, מיהו זה ואיזהו, אשר מלאו ליבו לעשות כן. ותאמר אסתר, איש זר ואויב, המן הרע הזה והמן את מלפני המלך והמלכה, והמלך קם במתו ממשתה היין אל גינת הביתן, והמן עמד לבקש על נפשו מאסתר המלכה, כי ראה כי חלתה אליו הרעה מאת המלך.
All right, we will be playing Mad Libs once again. I promised you we would play again, and we are. So this time we're looking for 2 emotions and a place. So you can start putting your answers into the chat. We'll see what we get here. We're looking for emotions or a place. All right, I see a few. Okay. All right, we're good to go. Thank you for all of your suggestions. Afterwards, Haman was so frustrated. He complained to his family and friends, but it was time for the guards to escort him to Zimbabwe for the second feast. At the feast, the king once again offered the queen anything she desired. She spoke up bravely.
Dear husband, I have some terrible news to tell you. Someone is threatening to kill all my people. Someone is threatening to destroy all the Jews. That includes Mordecai and me. I am Jewish too.
King Ahasuerus was outraged to hear about a plot against his loyal subject Mordecai, not to mention his beloved bride.
Haman?
Whoa!
Come here. You must do something about this terrible thing that I have just heard. Esther, please repeat your news.
Esther looked straight at Haman. And summoned up all her grumpiness.
You wicked, evil man. I've told the king all about your plan to destroy the Jews, including me.
All right, the next chapter of Megillah, chapter 8, will be read by Levi Turabiner.
ומרדכי יצא מלפני המלך, בלבוש מלכות תכלת בחור, בעטרת זהב גדולה, בתכריך בוץ וארגמן, והעיר שושן סהלה ושמחה. ליהודים חייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר, ובכל מדינה ומדינה, ובכל עיר ועיר, מקום אשר דבר המלך ודתו מגיע, שמחה וששון ליהודים, משתה ביום טוב. ורבים מעמי הארץ מתייהדים, כי נפל פחד היהודים עליכם.
Haman!
Boo! Boo! Hiss and boo!
How dare you threaten my subjects? How dare you threaten my queen? I sentence you now to the gallows you built for Mordecai.
And that was the end of the wicked Haman.
Boo! Boo! Hiss boo! Esther, you have invited Haman and me to 2 feasts, each more royal than the last, and yet you haven't told me what is on your heart or your screen. Will you share it now?
Is that? What is that?
It's a PowerPoint, silly.
That can't be.
I'm visibly distraught.
What are you doing? You're trying to get me killed.
No, you're trying to get me and my people killed. If you had only taken away our Zoom account, I would have been silent.
Why, you little...
What's this? You attack my wife in my own Zoom meeting? How inhumane of you. That's it, Haman. You are banished.
Yay! Yay! Saved us. Esther, forever we shall remember this day, and we shall celebrate it for years to come.
All right, our next chapter of Megillah, our final chapter that we'll be reading, chapter 9, will be read by Ezra Schaefer.
ויכתוב מרדכי את הדברים האלה, וישלח ספרים אל כל היהודים, אשר בכל מדינות המלך אחשוורוש, הקרובים והרחוקים, לקיים עליהם להיות עושים את יום 14 לחודש אדר, ואת יום 15 בו בכל שנה ושנה, כימים אשר נחו בהם היהודים מאויביהם, והחודש אשר נהפך להם מיגון לשמחה, ומעבר ליום טוב לעשות אותם ימי משתה ושמחה, ומשלוח מנות איש לרעהו, ומתנות לאביונים.
And on that day, the Jews of Persia were saved. There was life and there was joy, gladness and honor. LaYehudim hayta ora v'simcha v'sason vikar. So now, on the holiday of Purim, we tell this story, we dance and sing, We give money to the poor, matanot le'avionim, and send gifts to our friends, mishloach manot. And no matter how much other people have tried to plot and scheme, the Jewish people continue to live and help fulfill God's commandments.
Thank you so much to all of our Megillah readers this evening. I want to tell you all of the Megillah readers: Hannah Hochberg, Lily Davis, Liel Temkin, Josh Feder, Rachel Rosenberg, Nathan Garrett, Hannah Cooper, Maddie Salt, Alana Manis, Levi Turbiner, and Ezra Schaefer. Did I miss anybody? Did I get everyone? All of you were incredible. Thank you to all of you, and Chazan Mimi as well, who worked with everyone who read Megillah tonight. I want to thank everyone who was in the spiel, who did such an incredible job making us laugh. So much fun. And to Chazan Stein in particular, who put that together. All of our actors this evening who helped us act out the dialogue. And of course, the booers, our US Wires who were the booers this evening. All of you helped to make this such a fun evening. And before we conclude, actually, we'll conclude with a little more Purim singing. But before we do that, we have a little surprise, a special sneak peek at something rolling our way in a couple of weeks. Some early access for everyone here tonight. So take a look at this. That's right. This spring, we are inviting you to design your own Pinewood Derby style car and race it. We're expecting a lot of teams and space is going to be limited. So make sure you head over to aliyahrolls.com soon so that you can learn more about this and register your family team. Chazan Mimi, we are going to call on you to end our Purim evening together with some singing. Everyone's favorite Purim song, I think, A Wicked, Wicked Man.
And just a shout out to Haley Silvers, who helped to write and direct and do all the little things like film editing. So thank you to Haley and to everybody involved. So much fun.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention Haley Silvers. Thank you so much to Haley.
Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name. He lied and lied about the Jews, though they were not to blame. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And not some fomentation and sing together one more chorus. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And not some woman touching.
Thank you, Chazan Mimi. Everyone go and nash some hamantashen now. Enjoy your night. Chag Purim.